Hey guys, welcome back to another anatomy video. Today we're going to be talking about the forearm. Earlier we learned about the scapula and also the humerus. If you want to know more about those particular bony landmarks, check out that video here or this video over here. Otherwise, if you're here to learn about the forearm, stay tuned. That's what we'll talk about today. The forearm is made up of two primary bones. That would be the radius and the ulna. The radius on the lateral side of the arm, the ulna on the medial side of the arm. Both these bones have a structure known as the head. This would be the head of the radius up here, the head of the ulna down here. So the head of radius rotates or articulates with the ulna proximally, and the head of the ulna articulates with the radius distally. Further examination of the bones uncover that there are two tuberosities, one on the radius and one on the ulna. So the radial tuberosity and the ulnar tuberosity. The radial tuberosity serves as the insertion point for which muscle? The biceps. And the ulnar tuberosity serves as the attachment point for the brachialis. There are two bony landmarks on the distal end of the forearm. That is the ulnar styloid process, this little bump right here, as well as the radial styloid process, which is this bump right here. They serve as limitations for ulnar and radial deviation, as well as attachments for ligaments. If you pronate the forearm, you will see there is a bony landmark on the distal part of the radius, and that is known as the distal tubercle, or what some people refer to as Lister's tubercle. Serves as an anchor point for tendons to go around. Looking further at the ulna, you will find there are some landmarks that are important. Here we have the olecranon process. It's the back part of the elbow, the bony prominence that you feel in the back. And then you have this little curved surface in here. It is referred to as the trochlear notch or the semilunar notch. And on the very front of that, there's another bony prominence right here referred to as the coronoid process. So finding the landmarks on a skeleton, that's pretty easy. Nothing in the way, no skin to cover it. Let's see what it looks like actually on the human arm. Remember, in the forearm, you have two main bones, the radius and the ulna. The radius on the lateral or thumb side, the ulna on the medial or the little finger pinky side. If we come up, remember both bones have something referred to as a head. The radial head is up here at the elbow. The ulnar head is down here at the wrist on the medial side. If you want to feel the radial head, just put your fingers just below the lateral epicondyle and supinate and pronate your forearm, just like this, and you will feel it rotate underneath your finger. If you want to feel the head of the ulna, just come down just proximally to the wrist, and again, supinate and pronate, and you'll feel the head of the ulna disappear and reappear as you supinate and pronate. To find the styloid processes, you come down where the ulnar head is, come right off into the wrist crease, and if you radially and ulnarly deviate, you will feel a bony landmark right in here is your ulnar styloid process. Radial styloid process is immediately on the other side, and again, it serves as a checkpoint for radial deviation, but it's also right on the very end of your radius, right here off the distal end of the radius. The two tuberosities can be found if you come right into the soft part of the elbow on the front. If you come in and you go laterally, that's going to be your tuberosity on your radius. If you come in and you go medially like this, you're going to feel your tuberosity on your ulna. Remember, the tuberosity of the radius is attachment for the biceps to flex the elbow. The tuberosity of the ulna is attachment for the brachialis, which also helps flex the elbow. If you pronate the forearm and you feel the dorsum side of the forearm, you will feel what is referred to as the dorsal tubercle or Lister's tubercle. Like I said, it's an anchor point for extensor tendons of the thumb as they pass around and go up into the forearm. The final landmark that you really can feel in the forearm is this large one right here on the back of the elbow, known as the olecranon process. It is the attachment point for the triceps as it comes down around the back of the arm. Okay, so that's the major landmarks of the forearm. Now we've covered the scapula, we've covered the humerus, now the forearm. Next few videos we'll be moving into the wrist and the hand. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll join me then when we get into the wrist and the hand.